Okay, everybody, today we're going to work on our advanced form. Now, before we begin, I want to explain to you the advanced form is actually a combination of the intermediate and the advanced form put together. So it's like part 1 and part 2. Today we're only going to go over the details of part 2. If you need some more reference to details for part 1, go back to the intermediate level video and check that out. Okay, to start out with, this form is a little bit different because it's going to start from the front instead of to the side. So we're going to start out with an attention stance, and then a ready stance. Notice how he drops his chin, goes slow, snaps it out. All right, the first move is a double low block. Watch how he sets it up. He steps forward, crosses the arms, and then tightens, and then pulls in. 1, 2, 3, and then snaps it out. Double low block. You notice how his left hand is only about a hand away from his knee. All right, now the next part, he's going to snap kick and hold his knee up in the air and set the move up. So he snap kicks, crosses the arms, and then drops to a double into out. Okay, double into out. The palms are up, you're using the inside of your forearms. Okay, next part, you're going to kick and hold the hands by your waist. So he snap kicks, hands from the waist, drops to a high X block. Okay, and then he grabs a hold of it, smacks the back of his hands together, turns his stance sideways, and I'm just going to freeze it right here. You see how he's in a front stance totally sideways? That's how you use your hips to get power. And then he turns forward and throw away. It's not quite a high block. You notice how he's off to the side a little bit? You trap the arm, you built tension up by turning sideways, and then you threw it off to the side. Next part is a side kick with a middle knife hand. Now watch what he does. He side kicks, he holds his knee up in the air and chambers his hands back, and then steps down and back stance. And this is a back stance. You can see how his front toe's straight, the heels are in a straight line. All right, now the next part of this form, he's going to look to his left, spin all the way around, cross the arms before you actually do the move, and this is into out block, back stance. All right, ready? And block. Again, see the back stance, toes are straight, heels straight line, into out block, palm in. Okay, now, from here, he's going to back up to a front stance. Watch how he does this. He uses his hips. He slides back to a front stance, points his hand, and then turns his hips into the punch. Exactly. And now he's going to use his hips a second time. He turns his hips, sets up for a real high block, and then turns forward high block. And that's a regular old high block right there. See how it's over his head? Okay, now from here, he's going to side kick to chamber his knee back, hold it up. He side kicks, chambers, reaches up high, and then low knife hand. And this right here is probably one of the most common mistakes in this form. People don't get the back stance correct, but you can see how Mr. Isaac's stance is perfect. And then again, he uses his hips, he backs it up, points his hand, and then punches. Now the other side is just a repeat. It's called mirror image forms. So he looks first, always look to your head first, and crosses his arms into out block. And again, that's a back stance. Just checking you guys up here. Now move over and then slide over and punch. And then turn your hips again. And high block. And then he's going to side kick, reach back while he's in the air after he chambers, and then low block, back stance, and then move over, use your hips and punch. Okay, now from here, you're going to bring your leg in, hands from your waist. Look, come together. You're going to low X block, and then pull back to your waist, high X block. And then he's going to turn to a stance. Again, see how the hips turn, everybody? This is back in the intermediate level for him. We were learning how to use our hips. Now he turns into it and punches with a yell. Now this next move is you have to look first, and you're going to bring your knee up real high and make an X. So he looks to his left, he spins all the way around, makes a big X, and then he drops down low block. And look at his stance. See, his toes are straight, the horse stance, and it's a low block. Now he's going to turn his head and then look and slide the leg back to a front stance. See, again, using the hips, and he snaps forward to a chop. And that's a knife hand chop. If you can't see it, let me get a little closer here. See how he's using his knife hand chop? Okay, in the front stance, shoulder straight. Okay, now from there, he's going to turn his hand over, and watch what he does. He's going to out-twin, but only look to this side. So he out-twins, he looks, and then he smashes. Notice how he looked first. Okay, now he looks again, sets up the hands, high-low. This is a horse stance. Go ahead, skip back. And that's a horse stance. And then he skips back one more time, reaches back in the knife hand, and then finally punch with a yell. And watch how he uses his hips. And then return. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to do the same form, except now we're going to go regular speed. And one thing you're going to notice about this form is there's 3 different speeds that we go by. First, there's a slow speed, takes about 4 seconds. Then there's a medium speed, which is like a regular, just normal, throwing techniques. And then finally there's a third speed, which is a fast move. So you can see a little bit of mixture of all of them. Okay, here we go. Attention. And then ready stance. And begin. So again, there's a slow move. And there's a regular speed. And here's another slow move. He sets up, throws it, and then regular speed. Look, he knows how he looks first. And go. Into out. Punch. Turn. High block. That was a slow part. Side kick. Low knife hand and punch. Into out. Punch. Turn. High block. Side kick. Low knife hand and punch. From the waist. Now watch how he does this. Low X. High X. Turn slow. And then punch. And then looks first. Spins around. Crosses. Low block. Chop. And return. Good.